Hello guys, I wish a very bright, beautiful and brilliant day for all of you. Today I am going to make this small video on the modals which are used to give advice. These modals are should, ought to and had better and must. First we should start with should. Should is used to give advice and to seek for advice. It is used also for obligation and duty. Also in other senses, sometimes should is used to express possibility. But here today we will discuss should in order to give advice or seek advice. When we use should, we advise others, but we don't expect the person would carry out our advice. He may or may not carry out our advice. It depends on his sweet will. You would ask a student, you should try this time to secure more marks. It's your advice to your student, and the student may or may not carry out your advice. You should be regular in the class. It is a piece of advice. The person to whom we are telling it, he may or may not obey it. But we want to remind him that it is his duty. We should help our parents. Should I go to the hospital? I am seeking advice from some person. In this way, should is used to give or seek advice. Then after should comes ought to. The expression ought to itself expresses that it is stronger than should. The next modal is ought to. The modal itself expresses that it is stronger than should. And when we want to give emphasis on our advice, we should use ought to. Ought to is stronger than should. We use it for the person over whom we have some authority or power. You would advise your younger brother, you should work harder this time in order to secure more marks. Your father would advise you in this way, you ought to find out a job. Your mother would ask your sister, you ought not to go outside in the evening. You would ask your brother, you ought to appear at the entrance examination in order to study medical science. The principal said to a teacher, you ought to complete the course in time. In this way, we use ought to for a person over whom we have some authority or power. Then comes the modal must. Must is also used to give advice. But while using must, we want to impose the advice on somebody. It is a type of compulsion, and we know that the person would certainly carry out our advice. You must not smoke because it would cause cancer. You must help your parents because they are weak and old. You must respect your parents. You must not follow malpractice in the exam. You must carry out the rules and regulations of the college. So in this way, we use must, and while using must, we almost compel a person or impose the advice on him. You must put your signature at the bottom of your answer script because it is necessary. You must drive slowly, otherwise it will be dangerous. And finally, we use had better in order to give advice. Had better is used when we want to make a strong recommendation to do something. You had better take homeopathic medicine, meaning you should take homeopathic medicine. You had better study at the JNU University. You had better stay at home. You had better consult a doctor regarding your ailment. Remember that we don't use the past participle form after had better. We use V1 form after had better. You had better go, positive sentence. You had better not go, negative. We don't use not after had, but we use not after better. They had better meet the principal. She had better not quarrel with her brother. You mark these points. And this is all about today, using modals for advice. And if you like this small video, please share and subscribe it to your friends. Thanking you once again.